Hey guys, very good evening to all of you. Are you finding the reasons to be happy? Or you always start attaching your emotions with the outcome, and when the things don't go your way, you start feeling unhappy about it? Happiness is an internal feeling. It all consists of what you think about your entire world or what you believe to be true about yourself or about your own environment. So, Buddha has said that there is no path to happiness because happiness is the only path. But as a human tendency, we try to find happiness throughout our life. Okay, let me solve this problem. Maybe I'll get happy. Oh my God, there is one more problem. Let me solve this problem and then I will be feeling happy after that. There is no end to the problems. Life is a series of problems. But then what's the solution? Where do I find the happiness in my life? Is it an event based thing that I have to wait for some festivals? I have to wait for some occasions to feel happy? No, my friend. It's an internal feeling. You don't need to attach your happiness with the outcomes, with the goals, or with the events or the festivals. The only way to feel happy is just to feel happy. So myself, Ashish, and I've been part of the PIM community since last 1 year, and I've been attending the workshops from last 1 year now, and also been actively participating in the book clubs. So last week we had a discussion about the happiness, and Mr. Vijay gave so many great examples about Lord Ram and so many other analogies about the happiness. So we are back with the panelists who are growing with each and every workshop, and they are doing the same value addition to their society also. So we will be starting the panel discussion in a while. Before that, let me start inviting the people who are going to participate in today's panel discussion. So let me invite Rakhi. Hi Rakhi, how are you?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Ashish. I'm doing really great. How are you?
Yeah, hi Rakhi. I think there is no better start to this panel discussion which you did. Amazing start, I
Yeah,
must say. Yeah. Great, great. I'm doing great, Rakhi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Last time when there was a panel discussion, it was raining. So today it's not raining, but there is no, I was not less happy. I was happy as before, and I'm so happy today.
That's awesome. I think you are not waiting for rain to get happy. You are happy.
No, I'm happy all the time. Sun at
That's great.
36-degree or 42-degree also can make me happy. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, Rakhi, for joining us, and really great to have you here. So let me
Thank you.
invite Devi Priya. Hi, Devi Priya. How are you? Devi Priya, you're on mute. I think there is some problem from Devi Priya's side. Okay, let me invite Alok. Hi, Alok. How are
Hi,
you?
hello. Hi, I'm good. How about you, Assis?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Alok. What about you? How you are doing? Are you feeling happy or not?
Yeah. I am actually feeling happy and means like I'm laughing like a mad. So like my neighbors are saying, "Is what is going on?"
Then that means the transformation is happening in you. If people are
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about you like that way, right? That's awesome. Great to have you here, Alok. Nice to see you. Okay, let me invite Sindhu. Hi, Sindhu. How are you?
Hi everyone. Yes, Ashish, I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Sindhu. So why don't you introduce yourself, Sindhu?
Definitely. Hi everyone. My name is Sindhu. I'm from Bangalore. So today is more happiness. We were going to talk about. Apart from that, my hobbies are reading book, and playing with my kids, talking too much, making too many friends. So,
Awesome,
this,
awesome.
yeah,
Great to have you here, and you are looking really happy to join this panel discussion with your smile.
of course.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks, Indu. Great to have you here. So let me invite Jayant. Hey,
Hey
Jayant, how are you?
Ashish. Hey Ashish, I'm good. What about you? How are you?
I'm doing really great, and I'm feeling
Uh,
happy.
yeah, same, same here. I'm really happy to be part of this happy group of people to have this discussion.
Awesome,
I would like to start with a quote actually. You don't laugh because you're happy. You become happy because you laugh.
awesome,
Yeah.
code. So, Jayant, why don't you introduce yourself
Yeah,
quickly?
sure, sure. Hey everyone, I'm Jayant. I'm from Bangalore, and I've been part of this BIM community for more like 10 months now. And I'm really excited to be part of this discussion. And then I'm hoping you'll also learn why we are so happy today. Yeah.
Awesome. Great to have you here, Jayant. Thanks. So, let me invite Sarbajit. Hi, Sarbajit. How are you?
Hi, Ashish. Hello, everyone. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm also happy.
Awesome. Your
So,
video is also looking great today. The clarity in your video.
yeah, that's why I'm more happy.
That's awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm
So,
Sarbajit.
yeah, Sarbajit, so,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, please go. Yeah, please go.
I'm Sarbajit. I'm from Raurkela, Odisha. I'm staying in Bangalore right now. So, and I enjoy reading books, and yeah, I'm really excited to part of this discussion.
Awesome, Sabjit,
Thank you.
and great to have you here. As a part of the community. Thanks, Abhijit. So I think last week when Vijay started with this session, right, with the laughter, right, the laughter therapy, right. So I remember like during my childhood days when I used to go for the morning walk. Right, I used to saw a lot of people. They are using this laughter therapy and they're shouting and they're laughing like anything. Right, it's so much noise. So that was the kickstart to that session, and I think that itself set the entire context of the workshop. Right, that there's no. I mean, we should not be attaching our happiness to any reason, right? Specifically, but at the end as a human being, like always we try to find the reasons, right? Okay, this should be accomplished, that should be accomplished in career, in personal life, relationships, about health, right? A lot of people have the health challenges. So why don't you guys start discussing about the problem areas which Vijay touched in that panel discussion, and how the entire workshop went on. So maybe anybody of you can start with the discussion. Who wants to
Yeah.
go ahead?
Sure,
Yeah,
Ashish.
Jen, please go ahead.
So the discussion, as you said, last week was pretty much about around happiness, and it started with why people are unhappy. Like you see, everyone. I mean, there was a poll conducted. Vijay actually conducted a poll, and that asked us why, how many of us are happy most of the times, and only 19%, 19% people responded saying that they are happy most of the time. So rest of them, like, they find reasons to be unhappy. We are trained that way. Like, we always find reasons to be unhappy. Even if we are happy, we think, okay, there must be a reason. We're being too much happy. We shouldn't be too much happy. Like, if you're too much happy, then there'll be sadness around. So we are trained somewhere that way, and then and we become it becomes very hard to become happy. That's what is something which we started with last week.
Exactly. That's a great point. Yeah, I mean, so most of the time people try to look like serious. Okay, I want to look very serious because I'm not feeling happy, or I don't I don't want to feel happy, or right. So I think that is the human tendency. Like, okay, people have created that image of their own, that okay, if I look that much serious, maybe other people will take me more seriously. Nobody will laugh on me, and even they will not also feel happy about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great
Yeah.
point,
I would,
Jen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
go
would
ahead,
like to
Alok.
add one point. Yeah. So as we are discussing about means, so there are various reasons why as this is the human tendency, like because of the negative environment, like we face some criticism, or there is sometimes we feel that there is unproductive day. So that is why we also feel that my day was very bad. So the unhappiness comes from internally. So as you rightly said, Ashish, that we attach the happiness with the outcome. Means if this thing has happened, then I will be happy. If I go to that place, then I will be happy. So because of that, we are miss the small events in our life. Like you are spending time with your kids, or you are spending time with your spouse. So in that time, you are only thinking about the other things, which will give you happiness. But in that way, you never never gain the right kind of happiness, which Vijay said. And also Vijay sir mentioned about the example of Sri Lord Ram, like how he faced so many challenges. His life was his his struggle in every phase of life, but still he maintained that like aura, and he's like in that state of mind that he always smile in his face. So we need to learn
That's
from
great.
these Lord, that how to be in a peace state of mind in the difficult situations. Yeah, thanks. Over to
Exactly,
you, Ashish.
exactly. Yeah, that's a great point, Alok. Like whatever you told, like about Lord Ram example as Vijay gave in during the workshop, and he mentioned, he highlighted like what all hardships he went through, but he was not a normal human being, obviously. And as a normal human being, obviously we get trapped into the emotions. Okay, I am not able to have these kind of accomplishments, so let's not feel happy about that, and let's start feeling unhappy, right? So that is the main reason. That's a common problem which, Alok, you told. Like let's say that the day is not turning out in your way, the things are not going in your way, right? And at the end of the day you start feeling unhappy. Okay, it was not a good day for me, it was a bad day for me, and I missed so many things. I was not able to find time for my own family, or for my fitness, for my health. So many reasons could be coming out of that way, right? So that's a great point, Alok. Yeah, Sarba, so why don't you add to this?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to add one more problem, like mostly we face that since we stay mostly in India, not only in India, but what I see is like we manage a lot of relationship, and not only in office, also at home. We manage a lot of relationships. So what happens is people start giving different feedback, and people start having a lot of expectation, and then what happens is when you don't meet their expectation, right? So somewhere you don't meet that expectation, and that brings the unhappiness, right? So that's a very common problem here, uh, like when you could not meet someone expectation, then say for example, you start feeling that, okay, if if you'll think that, okay, my spouse will behave in this way, then I'll be happy, right? If my kid will behave in this way, uh, then I'll be happy, right? So there are series of problem in while maintaining all the relationship, right? Even at your office also, after you complete a very good work, then your manager, when while reviewing that, he'll say, oh, what you did? Nothing. You have not done anything. You are waste fellow. Right? Same thing happen at home, same thing happen at office, like everywhere, wherever you go, you get feedback. You could not meet some expectation by, but if you accept those reactions, and then you make your reaction immediate, then you'll be unhappy, right? So that's a
Exactly.
very common problem, uh, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great point, Sarbajit. Like most of the time, people try to find happiness. Okay, let's try to find happiness within my family, or within my office work, right? Or through my team, through my boss, through my own self. But where the hell is the happiness? I'm still not able to find.
Right, right.
Where the hell is this
I would,
happiness?
yeah,
Yeah, Raki,
I would
please go.
like to add one point to that.
Yeah.
In fact, what happened, I could not watch the session on live, so I got the recorded video later. And after my working hours, I think it was around 11 p.m., I start to watch the video. And the first question, the first activity that Vijay sir told, Laugh out loud. I laughed out loud at 11 p.m. My mom suddenly came to my room and she said, "There are people in the neighborhood." And during that time, Vijay sir was saying, "If you laugh out loud, it will last for 20 minutes." And my mom just destroyed it in 1 second. I think that were like some of the myths, right? Like we can't laugh alone and we can't laugh loud at midnight. So I think there are some myths exist in the society. And one example I would like to tell from my childhood, I was told when girls laugh loud in the public, I was told to cover my face like this. I was not allowed to laugh openly in the public. So I think this is related to our culture also, maybe the way how we are growing up. Now I'm not at all being like that, but I was told during my childhood. So when I was listening to the session, I was just recollecting it. It was somehow related to the culture or the society that we are living in, that we are not supposed to be laugh loud and we are not supposed to be show our happiness openly. Yeah,
Exactly. And that's what Vijay told, just to add to your point, Raki, that because that's the reason, because we are programmed in that wrong way about the happiness, that you cannot do these many things, these things, right? You cannot laugh in public and you cannot laugh out loud so that your neighbors should not hear you, right? So all those things are programmed since our childhood, right? Okay, being in your etiquettes, like follow your etiquettes, have some common sense, don't shout out loud. Don't do all this nuisance. don't feel happy don't feel happy and always
Exactly.
be in the same serious mode, right? That's a great point, Rakia. And I think you might have a kickstart while starting that session itself, right, while going through that video itself. And that was the
correct.
best moment, and when people were laughing like anything, right? It's a great point. Anybody wants to add to that, Raki's point?
Yeah. So I want to
Yeah,
share one.
Ashish.
Go ahead, Sindhu. Sorry.
Shall
Okay,
I?
Sindhu, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, please go ahead,
Yeah,
please.
especially it happens for the girls. When I was in small, if girls laughed loudly, they said, "Keep quiet, don't talk loudly. You're a girl." It happens for me. It happens. My parents, everyone says, should not laugh in the roadside. You should not go inside. That's how the mentality is. They wrongly programmed all this, which is happened everyone life. Even I saw many people. And if you are in exam or somewhere, if you're being happy or else not serious, they're telling directly, "Oh, your exam is tomorrow, you're not so serious, why you're acting like this?" It happens everyone, right? So for me it's personally happened, because I'm the person always not taking much serious. I will take everything chill. Okay, we'll do it. 1 mark is less also, I'm happy with that. At least I'm get passed, right? So that was my mindset. But being a girl, yes, I face this, like, should not laugh loudly, as Raki said. Yeah, it happens. So just want to add this point.
Exactly, and that's a great point, Sindhu. Like that's the perception about the happiness, which has been inculcated in our mind since our childhood. Okay, girls should not laugh like this, boys should not laugh like this, they should laugh like that. They should not laugh in public, and they should not laugh loud, right? So those all things, that all those mind programming has been inculcated since our childhood, right? And being an adult, then when we start finding the happiness, we don't find it. Oh man, where should I find
Correct.
happiness, right? Because I have been programmed like that. Don't feel happy, just be in that serious mode for a while and just keep spreading that unhappiness among others also, right? Through your
Yeah,
face
I
or
mean,
whatever your actions, right?
so
Yeah,
I
Jay,
think
please go ahead.
people don't like saying happy people. So that's another thing. Like, I mean, you see it anywhere, right? Like as Sindhu was saying, examination. Take example, examination. People want to tie happiness to a situation. Like if you're the exam, you should not be happy. You should not be laughing. You should be serious. If it's something else, you should not be happy. Or if you're like they define that you're supposed to be sad, you're supposed to be serious in these situations, and if you're not that, then they're like, oh, it's something's wrong with this guy. So it's like that. So yeah, I mean, we have been programmed to tie everything to a one outcome or one situation, and then like try to say, okay, we should be happy only in this situation. So that's
Okay.
that's
Exactly.
I would like to add to that. Like we believe that if there is a stress, we will be more productive. I would like to tell maybe something that you all can relate. uh, we have this appraisal time, right? So during one of my appraisal time, the rating was not up to the expectation. Then I had a discussion with my manager. Then I asked him why the rating is less, and I will always, it is a comparison, right? That person has more rating, I don't have the rating, and then he told me that you didn't take any certification this year. Then I told him I have done enough hard work. Okay, he agrees, but you didn't take certification. Once that conversation done, I came out, I registered for certification. I have taken certification in 2 weeks. And with that, I believe that if there is a stress, I will be more productive. This is one example. So we might have came across such situations like if there is a stress, we will be productive. But actually, at the end, we are actually burning out. So that is something happening. We feel like we will be productive, but that is not happening. So we attach that happiness is something gaining or being productive, and if we want to be productive, then we have to stress out. So that is one of the reasons for the unhappiness.
Exactly, that's a great point, and I can very much relate to the point which Raki has put in on that. I remember during the exams or during the certifications, just think about like what were your emotions, what was your pulse before appearing for the exam and after appearing for the exam, right? You felt like so much relief or so much relaxed. Okay, now it's fine. Now I have got the freedom. Now I am free to go anywhere, right? So that much, because we are programmed like, okay, if you are appearing for the exam, you have to be stressed out. You have to feel more serious. Now seriousness doesn't mean like you have to start pretending like, okay, you are unhappy or something like that. But it should be, you should be in your normal behavior, right? Whatever your personality owns, right? It should not be deviating that much. Okay, you are totally a different person when you went to appear for the exam, and you are totally a different person when you came after appearing for the exam, right? That's
even
what we
even
happens with all
I
of us,
just
right?
want to add one
Yeah.
point, Ashish, here.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
when we were in interview. Oh my God, I forgot my name only. The moment how much I'm getting stressed. What is your name? I should see the wall. Even though I know the answer, but I could not express myself with that much damn stress I was in. I don't know why it was like that, but yes, I had this personal experience in my life.
Exactly, and that's
I
the 100. Yeah, yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
yeah, from the exam example, I just got one incident that in one of the exam I did very well. Okay, then I was very happy, very happy. Then when I came home and I was say happy and excited, then my parents said, "Don't be so excited. Wait for the result." so even if even if you are happy or you have reason to happy, there are people. No, I'm not talking about only parents, like it's like everywhere, right? So it's not only parents, like it's everywhere. When you become so much excited also, there people will say that just calm down, be uh, on the level, right? So don't go very above, right? Don't be too much
Right.
excited. I mean,
Exactly, and
when you will
that's
be happy? Like, I mean, then you
Yeah, yeah,
cannot be happy at all, right?
yeah.
then
I
if
would
we
like
if
to
we
add the
talk
point.
about the exams, if we talk about the exams, life is full of exams, and those are
Correct.
the real time exams which we give, right? Those theoretical
Yeah.
exams were
Correct.
not, they can't match the real life exams which we see or which we experience in the real life, right? So if that has to be considered, we can never feel happy throughout our life, right?
Yeah, and
till the
people
till
say
the
if
age of
you're
80 or 90.
yeah, if you're happy and calm, and people will say you're overconfident. Like they expect you to be like not happy, and then like if you're happy, then you're overconfident. If you're not happy, then you're serious about it. That's
Too
the
much
notion.
attitude.
Yeah,
So people will not give you relaxation either way. Even if you are confident, then also you are not supposed to feel happy. And even if you are overconfident, you're feeling happy. Oh man, why you're feeling overconfident? Don't be happy that much.
yeah,
Awesome,
correct.
awesome. So I think that's the main problem which Vijay highlighted. Like that's the programming, like what programming we have inculcated, because we are programmed to be unhappy, or we are programmed to be attaching the happiness to some or the other outcome. Maybe sometime during our childhood it could be the exam results, or when we are as an adult it could be due to the interview. clearing the interview, or going throughout some tough process of the interview for some company, clearing the interview, getting into the company, and so many other things, right? So then what's the solution like? Where should one find, or what's the secret of finding the happiness? So who wants to go ahead? Because before people start feeling unhappy with the discussion, let's start giving the secret
Yeah.
shortest solution of feeling happy.
So I can go ahead, Ashish.
Yeah. Yeah, please go
So
ahead. Please go ahead, Jim.
yeah, so the one thing we were talking about was attaching our happiness to outcome, right? So one of the things is like because we when we set our goals, when we set something, okay, I have to achieve this. So we're always looking to achieve it. We are not actually looking at the process. So that's what Vijay sir also mentioned. Like when we set a goal, it's not because we have to achieve it. No, the goals we set are not meant to be achieved. They are meant to grow us, stretch us, and make us learn. So when we actually set these goals for this way, then when we detach our goals from the outcome, then we will be able to detach our happiness from the outcome as well. So we'll be like not saying that, okay, if I achieve this, then I'll be happy. If I achieve that, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy. All these things will go away. So then we'll once the goals are like detached from the outcome, when we look at the process, we start enjoying the process, and then automatically we'll be happier like all the time.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely. And irrespective of attaching the happiness with the outcome, let's focus on the goal. Let's focus on the process.
Yeah,
Either we are going through the correct process or not. Even while following that process, maybe you are growing somewhere, right? Maybe you are not able to achieve the actual outcome which you have targeted, but maybe you have grown from your point to here, right?
yeah.
So that is the growth which has happened in you as an individual, as a in your personality, right? Amazing point, Jandia. Who wants to
I
go
think
ahead with the solution?
there is a quote saying, right? Happiness is in the journey, not in the destination. So we have to enjoy the process instead of worrying about the destination. Yeah.
Awesome,
Right,
awesome.
right.
So it's
Yeah, I
yeah,
would like to add one more point. Yeah, yes, Vijay sir mentioned that that don't take negative opinion seriously. So what it happens like most of the time, if somebody says something, then we take it very seriously, and we means we only think about that. So if you say that, like most of the people say, if I were a kid, then I will be happy because they are comparing with kid, that because of kids life is tense and free. So we are thinking that if we were kid, then only we will happy, but we are not thinking that we can also make our life happy if we are uh, things, our habits, as well as not take everything very seriously. So this type of thing, if we one more thing, like Vijay sir mentioned, that do not color other people opinion on your life. Means we most of the
exactly,
time, we if somebody says something, then because of somebody perception is different, because we all are
exactly,
living a different life, like because our
exactly,
journey is different, our problems are different, our day to day challenges are different. But if somebody says something negative, then we hurt very easily, and we think in a negative way, and we are unhappy all that time. So we need to avoid those things. Yeah.
absolutely,
Thank
absolutely. That's a great point.
Right.
I think most of the time people allow other people to paint their opinion on their life, right? And that
Yeah,
become most of the time that becomes the reason for the unhappiness. Instead of feeling happy about their own achievements in the past achievements or whatever current process they're following, they start feeling okay about that those opinion which people are throwing on them. That's a great point. A great point. Yeah.
So I just want
Yeah.
to
Uh,
add one point, Ashish.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So
Yeah.
smile intentionally. So because a smile
Awesome.
is worth of thousand words. So if you smile, keep smile in your face, yes, you will get everything. So this is one key
Awesome.
point which Vijay sir is given. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's my
Awesome.
favorite too,
That's
Ashish.
awesome, Sindhu. That's a great analogy, like what you have given, like about the smiling. And I think that smile says a thousand words, right? That smile is a magical thing which can attract a lot of people to you, right? I mean, it can change the context of the environment, like just with a smile.
Right.
I remember during one of my
Especially
interview.
we should learn from kids. The cute
Exactly,
smile
Right.
can say yes, never say no.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, Sarba, you are telling something, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and on the smile part, like a kid example is very good. Like they always smile, even if you scold them. After 5 minutes, they'll start laughing, right? And one more thing is in difficult situation, if you just, I mean, you are on too much of stress, and then you remember this habit of smiling intentionally. You just go to the mirror, just look at yourself and just smile. I mean, you will get a different feeling. Just try it. I mean, I have tried it uh, when I was in very much stress, and I mean, I was feeling life is hell. Then I just went to the mirror and just smiled intentionally. then,
Awesome, awesome,
then the feeling was good. Like, I mean, you get a lot of confidence over there, right? So, yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Great
I
point, great
would
point. So,
like
like,
to, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Please go ahead, Ragi. Please go ahead.
yeah. Okay. Related to the smile, that yeah, that is one of the wonderful tool, of course. And Vijay sir also talked about changing habit. Like we can start changing our perception or start doing small activities and start changing the habit. Anyone read the book Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin? Okay,
Uh,
you have read.
no, I haven't read. I said I haven't read.
Okay, fine. That book, right? Actually, it says about it is about the small project that author is doing, and like if we do some activity for 21 days, it will be our habit. So she is doing small activity, and she named it as Happiness Project. So after I read that particular book, I started one happiness project as my 2020 resolution. I would like to
Wow,
show you all that one.
sure.
This is my happiness project,
That's
and
great.
I call this is Smiley Box. And what I have it in here, I have written some moments that I came across where I could make people smile. It
Awesome.
can be as simple as like when I'm walking to the street, if I'm smiling to a stranger, definitely he or she will smile back. And also, if I could spend some time with security person or cleaning staff at office and asking about their home office, they will be so happy and they will be smile also. Or it can be like if there is a friend and she or he just want us to listen, and if we are ready to listen for 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours or for any hours, at the end, right, they will tell something to you and they will smile also.
Awesome.
I'll note on that also and will put it over here. So this is
Awesome.
my smiley box, and in fact when the lockdown started, I'm not being able to give too many contributions to this box, but yeah, I still have this particular one.
Awesome, awesome. That's a great solution you have given, Raki, like using that smiley box, right? So just cherishing all those moments, like where you were the reason for some other's happiness. And the best part is like that will make you happy. That will make yourself happy more. So when you
Correct,
start
yeah.
cherishing those moments, when you start thinking about those moments, awesome. I really like
I'm
that.
just thinking, like if it get full in 2 or 3 years, if I could open this box, I would be like, it will be kind of, a lot of happiness will be there. So by thinking about that itself, I am feeling so happy.
Awesome,
That's
awesome.
great
That's
idea.
the great
Nice.
idea. Great idea. Yeah.
Great
Awesome.
idea. Yeah.
That's the best. The best part is like the person who is keeping all those moments, who's cherishing those. That guy himself will start feeling happy. That I
Right.
became the
Yeah.
reason of some other's happiness, and that is the best possible thing anybody can think about. Awesome, awesome. Really like that example and that analogy. Great point. Great point. Anybody wants to provide any other solution like
Oh,
Sarva
Yeah.
provided
one
about?
more
Yeah.
point. Okay,
Yeah. Go ahead.
please go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was telling that Sarba provided like start smiling intentionally. Sindhu also gave solution like start smiling, keep smiling, or start that contagious thing that after when you start smiling, okay, spread that
Right.
positivity. And that Rakhi gave that analogy like keeping that smiley box. That awesome. Yeah. Now who wants to go for the next solution? Yeah, Sarba, you were
I,
telling something.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alok. Alok, you
No,
want
no,
to
yes,
go?
Sava, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, go
I
ahead.
remember one story like Vijay has shared is like a person who wanted to, at the age of 25, he wanted to change the whole world. He wanted to say that, okay, I want to change the world. Then he started making efforts, and then at the age of 35, he thought that, oh, world is too big now. So I should limit myself to country. So I should change my country, right? And then at the age of 45, then he thought, oh, country is also looking a little bit difficult. Okay, let me focus on state. So he started changing on state. Then it went on. It Then he tried for for city, then his area. Then at the age of 70, he thought that let me change my family at least, right? then then at the deathbed, maybe at 80 or 85, then he realized that, I mean, he got that, you saw that ad, Mentos idea. The Suddenly you got that idea that I should change myself. Right? Then if I would have changed myself, and people might have inspired by my change, and if I would have shown that compassion, love to others, right, rather than giving criticism and rather than giving feedback, because nobody like feedback, nobody like criticism, right? If you just show your love, affection and compassion toward them, I think they will change, and you change yourself, then they will change automatically, right? So, I mean, that's the solution. I think you found the solution where you have to change,
Awesome.
right? How you can make yourself happy, right? Yeah. Thank
Awesome,
you.
awesome. I really like the way, Sarva, you told about that entire analogy, that the change start within your own self, right? The change
Right.
start within you. That's the first thing. So that's the great example. And the way you were telling that entire story, that entire analogy, I was really enjoying that, and it was making me more happy. It was making me more smile. I think everybody was enjoying that analogy. Awesome,
Yeah.
Sarvajit.
Thank you.
Awesome. Like the way you told that story. Great. And the best part is like, people do realize those things at a very later age. Even yesterday during the live session, even I gave one example like about an 80-year-old guy. At the age of 80, he came to know, okay, the happiness has to start within me. And he
Right.
was entire all those through those 80 years, he was searching for that happiness in the country, in his country, within his family, or within the entire world. But later on, he realized, okay, that has to start with from somewhere, and that somewhere is nothing but his own self. Awesome, awesome, Sarbajit. That's a great analogy you shared. Really like that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarbajit, for bringing that story. Yeah, anybody else wants to give
Yeah,
the
I would like to add a point there. So, so the thing you mentioned, right? The happiness begins within us, or so Sabha was saying the same story, right? And this, sorry about that. And the thing is, it's also the reason why we have to realize that if we are unhappy, then the reason is us. There's no one else. No one else is like, if you think that something is making you unhappy, then you have to realize that it's not the experience itself. It's the way you are coloring it, the way you are thinking about it. It's making you unhappy. And it all again comes back to habits, and then how we inculcate it, because happiness, I mean, our life is a series, like a collection of habits, and even happiness is also a habit. Like, we have to cultivate that habit of becoming happy, being happy. And at the same time, if we encounter a situation that is making us unhappy, then we have to go and see why we feel unhappy because of the situation. Because it's the situation itself is neutral. It's the way you're thinking about it that's making you unhappy. So when you start thinking that, when you start like when you make it a habit to stop at that point and think, okay, why it's making me unhappy, then you'll be able to understand, when you'll be able to realize the exact point in yourself that you need to change, or that is the reason why you're making unhappy, and then you can change it and become happy as well
awesome,
about any
awesome.
situation.
Exactly, exactly. That's a great point, Jen. Like you quoted, like the way to build that resilience. That
Yeah.
there are no external factors who can make you unhappy, right? Like I mean, animals have that stimulus, right? As soon as they get that stimulus, they will start creating nuisance, right? So we, as a human being, we are more intelligent, we are more creative. So let's not react to the things that same moment. Let's first think about that. Is that too big that to feel unhappy about it? Or is that the only thing which is making me which can make me happy in my entire life, right? So that's a great point, Jen. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think Alok, you were telling some point.
Yeah, actually, Vijay sir also mentioned about some changing habits. Like means we don't have patience. So he mentioned that we need to start means changing the habits. Of, like suppose we are wearing our trouser from the right leg, then we start from the left leg. Similarly for the shoes. So in that way, like we start our brain to train in a difficult situation. Like Vinesh sir also mentioned in one of the sessions, like if you are like we need to use the cold water during like bath. so that we can like accustom to the change, and we can uh, so we can face, means whenever any tough situations, then we can deal with a patience and perseverance. So that's why. And one more thing, means whenever I feel why are you so serious, so I have that I have the laughing Buddha. And to maintain the like balance, I have the like Gautam Buddha.
Awesome.
So the both
Awesome.
are like for the main balance status, like both are necessary. Yeah, thanks. Over to you,
Awesome.
Asif.
Awesome. Thanks, Alok, for bringing that those things and showing in the panel discussion. I think everybody can learn from those things. Like, okay, if you are feeling unhappy about something, just try to find something which can make you happy at least for that moment, which can bring you out from that happiness and focus on the present situation. Is that the only thing in my life which can make me unhappy or which can make me happy? Let's not exaggerate only on that particular thing, right? There is so many other things. There's so much other things to do in the life, right? Life is it's a big game, right? And it's a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. That's why I said, right? Awesome, Alok. That's a great point. So, any last message you guys want to give to the audience? I think we have given so many solutions. Sarba gave awesome. I think the Rakhi gave that smiley box, and Jayant was telling about the building the resilience. Sindhu gave the example that start smiling, be intentional about smiling, and now Alok has shown that laughing Buddha. I think so many great solutions we have given to the audience to start feeling happy about it, right? Great. So, any last message you guys want to give to the audience? I think we are pretty much done with that.
Can I give? Can I
Yeah,
go?
sure,
Sorry.
Raki, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. This is might be for the message during this lockdown. Okay. So when this lockdown started, people are like frustrated, unhappy, and sometimes like I also taken like, okay, I'm not being able to go out. If I go for a trip to Munnar, then I will be happy. But it's not possible. It was not possible, and I knew that very well. But instead of that, right, I'm so grateful. Why? Because of this COVID, the lockdown happened and all the physical meetings becomes online meetings. Because of that, I came to know about PIM, and I came to know about amazing vendors like Vijay sir, Vinny sir, Sindhu, and all of you. If COVID was not there, if lockdown was not there, if this meeting was not online, I would have never been part of it. So I'm really grateful. So that is one way to look into the situation. Like we can be happy or unhappy, but it's all depending on as Jayant and Ashish already mentioned. Like we have this stimulation, and also like we have this response. There is a precious time in between, and how
Exactly.
we respond. That moment is so precious. How we respond with that calm mind. If we respond, we will get good result. We will be happy. Otherwise, it will be unhappy. Embrace the situation. That is the solution.
Awesome, Raki. Very meticulously, you captured that in between time to build that resilience. How we can build that resilience. That's really awesome. The way you captured that thing. Awesome, Raki. That's great. Thanks, Raki, and great to have you to contribute in our community. Thanks, Raki.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Thank you to all of you.
thank you. Yeah. So, who wants to go next with the last message?
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
uh, yeah, so I mean, if we are looking for growth, don't take it that as a torture to yourself, right? You just enjoy the journey of success. If you are not enjoying, then I mean, I mean, you are not you are not doing the right thing basically. Right? If you are enjoying the journey, then that's where your growth lies. And I'm one thing I want to share, and I'm happy to be part of this community, and I can see changes in myself, the thought process and everything. And yeah, I'm really feeling grateful to God and grateful to this community. Thank you,
Awesome.
thank you so much.
Awesome, Sarba. That's a great point. Like, it all depends upon the perspective, like how we see the situation, right? And
Right.
if we keep on focusing on the outcome, always, as Sarba was telling, then we will not be able to find any solid reason to be happy, right? So just
Right.
focus on the process and don't focus every time on the outcome. Great point, Sarmajit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sindhu, you want to go last? Yes, sir. Yeah, Jen, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go to, yeah. So I have a message similar to what Raki gave. So from, I mean, this is a time like this has been a tough year for most of us, like since the COVID started and the lockdown happened, and this is where the talk about mental health becomes so important, and people like become depressed, people become unhappy, or like they start thinking, okay, this is something I've not experienced. How will I survive this, or how long I'm going to be stuck like this? So everything is like everyone is like getting unhappy over like an outcome which you're not able to see. So this is where the message from this session becomes so important, that we have to dissociate our happiness from the outcome. When we do that, like wherever we are, whatever we are doing, we'll be able to be happy, and also we'll be able to, like, I mean, as Raki was saying that, right? So we have to concentrate on the journey, like the journey that happened through the year. It would not have been possible at any point of time in our life, even if it was normal. Like we, as a group, as a PIMs, like the people who are involved in PIM and who join PIM in this time, we saw this tremendous growth in ourselves, tremendous journey that we had, and this would not have been possible like without that. And this is some positive that comes out of it. And look, likewise, you find positives in everything you're doing. Like
Exactly.
leave out whatever is going to happen. Like maybe like a year later we'll be still in lockdown. Doesn't matter. Like it's if as long as we are growing, as long as we are not being constrained by whatever we are or whatever we're thinking, it is fine. Like what like we need to learn to be happy. And this platform actually provides all the tools and all the means necessary for you to grow and go on your growth journey, and then also learn how to dissociate your happiness from your goals or outcomes. So I'm happy to be part of this association, and I'll encourage anyone who's interested in the growth to join this association. Thank you.
Awesome, Jen. Thanks for bringing that point of the power of association or the power of like-minded people, where it can play an important role to help you to disassociate all those unhappiness with that outcome, right? And
Yeah.
so that's what like Jen was telling. Like it depends, like what kind of group you are hanging out with, right? It depends upon what kind of association you have, right? And I mean, turning out negative is very easy, but turning out to be positive and be with that positive thing is not really easy. That's what Jen was saying. Thanks, Jen,
Yeah.
for illustrating that point. Thank you. Yeah. So, Alok, you want to go with
Yeah.
the last message?
Yeah, I would like to share my last message. Like, there are 3 points. One is for happiness, mental relaxation is necessary. So, I appeal that we need to join some positive associations for that. So PIM is a community which is there to help anybody's out there. So because in this tough situations, as Jayant is also mentioned in COVID times. So in Maharashtra, I'm in Maharashtra, and most of the places there are cases are increasing. So people are in, like you can say, in dilemma, and they have in very negative thoughts in their mind. So this is the right time to join the PIM. And the second thing is food is medicine. So always eat right so that we can avoid unnecessary illness or and all. And third thing is walking, like for the wellness, like we need to walk at least 20 minutes a day. So thanks. That is why my
Exactly.
last message. Over to you, Ashish.
Awesome. Alok, like you were highlighting the point about the fitness, not only about the physical fitness, but about the mental fitness as well, like the mind food. Awesome. That's a great point. Yeah. Sindhu, you want to go ahead with the last message?
Sure, Ashish. Exactly. Everyone covered very well. So I don't want to repeat the same point here. Exactly. We are getting many things here: the learning, support, caring, mentor. The list is going on and on. So once you come and join in our group, you will understand actually what we are talking about here. So I'm very happy when I, spread my positiveness with my circle. Raki is impressed and she came to in my group. So guys are seeing that the results. The same thing once you joined in our community, definitely will get the good outcome. So with that, yes. Thank you so much, Ashish.
Awesome.
Over to you.
Awesome. Nice message. Great message, Sindhu. Like, despite facing so many challenges in the personal life and the life, and you are still making an impact, and that's why you are helping to the society also. So Rakhi has also started contributing to the PIM community, and she herself is getting benefited, right? That's what she was illustrating the experience, right? Great, Sindhu. Thanks for doing that. And one last message from my side: happiness is a mental attitude which needs to be practiced, and if it is not practiced in the present, it will never be practiced in the future also. So don't wait for the outcomes, or don't wait for the results, or don't wait for any event to feel happy. Just be happy, or just feel happy. That's the last message I want to give. Great thoughts, everyone. And thanks to Sindhu, thanks to Rakhi, thanks to Alok, thanks to Jan, thanks to
A
Sarbajit
big
for
smile
giving
and we'll end up the
Thank,
session.
sure,
thank,
sure, sure,
thanks,
obviously.
Yeah,
Ashish, for great
laugh.
hosting. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
big laugh.
all of your support, and thanks for making me happy throughout the session by giving so many great examples. Thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashish.
Thank you so
Thank
Thank
much.
you,
you.
Ashish. Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much,
Bye,
you,
team.
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye bye.